Hi there, I'm Claire from english-at-home.com. Do you find it difficult to understand native English speakers? If you do, I've got 6 tips for you that will help you. But before we start, I've got a small favour to ask you. If you like these videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and that way you'll get a notification every time I make a new video. And you can subscribe by clicking the button here. Okay, so why are native English speakers difficult to understand? Sometimes it might be because they have a strange accent, or because they speak too fast, or perhaps because they use difficult words and difficult vocabulary. So here are the 6 tips that will help you understand them. Number 1. Get more familiar with their accent. If you know you often have to speak to someone, perhaps it's for work, ask that person where they're from, and then go on YouTube and look for clips for people from that city or from that country. When you do this, you will become more familiar with the accent, so you'll be able to understand the person better. So what do you say? At the end of your first conversation, you can ask the other person, "So whereabouts are you from? I can't place your accent." And to place an accent means to have the location of the accent, to know where someone is from. Number 2, listen for the information words. When we speak English, we only stress certain words. So we'll stress nouns, adjectives, and verbs, while all the grammar words we don't stress. So the grammar words are words like a or an or to, in, the. So when you listen to English, focus only on the stressed words, the information words, and use your knowledge of grammar to fill in the gaps. Now here there's a link to a quick exercise that will help you do this. Ask for repetition. Don't be afraid to ask the other person to repeat what they say. This is particularly useful if you need to be sure about key information like numbers. So you can say things like, "Could you repeat that phone number, please?" "Sorry, could you say that again?" "Sorry, I didn't get what you said about..." "I got the bit where you talked about, but I'm not sure I understood the part about..." Tell the person if they're talking too fast. It's especially difficult to understand people when you're on the phone, so you can't see the other person, and often the signal or the quality of the line is bad. So here are some things that you can say on the phone. "You're going too fast. Can you slow down a bit?" "Sorry, can you slow down a bit, please?" "Could you go a bit slower, please?" "Sorry, I didn't catch that." Okay, so here's a bonus tip for you. Often it can be embarrassing if you always say to the other person, "Oh, can you slow down?" or "I'm sorry, I don't understand." So instead, you can say something like, "Let me just write that down." And that way, because you are writing down information, the other person has to slow down to make sure that you've got all the right information. Repeat keywords and check you understand. Sometimes it's just enough to repeat the keywords so that the other person can either say yes or correct you. So if you were setting up a meeting, you could say, "Okay, tomorrow, 5 p.m, your office." Another way to be sure that you understand is just to summarize the key information at the end of your conversation. Then the other person can correct you if necessary. So you can say something like, "So in a nutshell," and then you repeat the key details. "So just to make sure that I've got all this," and then repeat the main information. "Okay, so to wrap up," and then summarize. And finally, meet or talk on Skype. If it's an important meeting, you can ask to do it on Skype rather than by a phone call. So obviously this way you can see the other person, you can message them, you can share information, and that way you know that you won't lose important information. So you could say something like, "Can we meet on Skype? Because this meeting is so important, can we arrange a Skype call?" Thanks for watching. Don't forget you can also subscribe to my channel, you can watch another video, or you can leave a comment. Bye!